If you're an e-commerce store owner, but you don't have enough budget at the moment to spend on paid ads like Facebook, Instagram, or even Google Ads to bring real targeted traffic to your e-commerce store to generate sales, then you must pay special attention to the search engine optimization for your e-commerce store. So in this tutorial, I'm going to share the 4 important search engine optimization strategies for any kind of e-commerce store to really boost the organic traffic in a very short time. Alright guys, so before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you get notified instantly for every new tutorial. So now let's dive into the real topic. Okay, so I believe you may have done great keyword research, an amazing competitor analysis, and even you may have written great content for your e-commerce store, but still you do not get maximum organic traffic from search engines. And it means you are still missing a lot when it comes to the search engine optimization for your e-commerce store. And this is not only you who misses a lot of things. Even the biggest e-commerce brand do not pay special attention to the areas I am going to mention in this video. So it means if your biggest competitors do not pay attention to those areas to properly optimize for search engine, and if you do that, it means there is a high probability that you can compete and beat your competitors in a very short period of time. So the 4 important search engine optimization tips for your e-commerce store are: number 1, you have to write a fully optimized about us page for your e-commerce store. And number 2, you must have to optimize your main category pages with highly targeted keywords. And number 3, you must have to provide a fully optimized content to your subcategory pages. And at the last but not the least, you must have to write a fully optimized content for your product pages. Still have no idea how to do this? Let me show you through a great presentation. Alright guys, so now let's get started with the 4 expert SEO tips to start getting organic traffic for your e-commerce store, right? So let's get started with point number 1, which is optimizing your About Us page. Like I said in the start of this tutorial, that most of the e-commerce stores even do not have the About Us page, and this is where they are actually missing, right? So you have to write a highly optimized and highly targeted About Us page. Make sure to add related key phrases to your About Us page, and this way in the short term you will be able to get ranked on specific positions in the Google search, right? So let's go to the point number 2, and this is much more important than all other points, right? So like I said, every store has the product categories, right? And every store also has the subcategory pages, but the problem is that they do not add content to these main category pages and subcategory pages. So Google mostly prefers to rank content based pages rather than just simply product pages. So if you visit some e-commerce store, you will see only the product titles, the product pictures, and some reviews, right? But if you add the content to these main category pages, to your category pages, there is a high chance that you will beat your competitor, and in a very short time you will be able to start getting organic traffic from Google or other search engines, right? So make sure to write highly optimized and highly engaged and highly targeted content for your main category pages, right? So then we have the subcategory pages under each main category, right? So in the same way as you have written the content for your category A page, you must have to write content for your subcategory pages. So in this case, we have subcategory A1, A2, A3. Okay, so like I said, most of the stores do not provide or add the content to these important pages. And once you have added the content to these main category and subcategory pages, then of course you can get highly qualified, high quality backlinks from authoritative websites. So just for example, getting backlinks to your product pages is much difficult than getting backlinks to these main category pages and subcategory pages. Okay, and when you attract organic traffic to these main category pages or the organic pages, then there is no doubt the visitors will also visit the product pages as well. Okay, so now let's go to the point number 4. Okay, which is optimizing your product pages. So unfortunately, you cannot play much with the content when it comes to the product page optimization. Okay, but just make sure you add your targeted key phrases to the product descriptions, to the product titles, and some other relevant information which you can add to the product page. Okay, but like I said, optimizing tens of thousands of product is much more difficult than simply optimizing your main category pages and subcategory pages. And this is where you can win over your competitors. Okay, so now let me show you some live example of the e-commerce stores that have achieved or implemented the same strategy, and that's why they are winning, because they have added great content to their main category pages, to their subcategory pages. All right guys, so here are the two e-commerce store from where I can show you their strategies and their content they have written for their main category pages and for their subcategory pages, right? So first, let's take a look at the warehouse.pk, right? So it's basically their homepage, right? And you can see there is nothing rather than just product pages, titles, and the prices. But at the end of these product lists, you will see there is a great content they have provided. I'm not sure if this is a great content, but at least they have added the content, and that's why they are ranking for a specific keywords when I search for buy t-shirts online, right? So these are the two websites that pop up in the search results, right? So they were ranking respectively on position 1 and 2, right? So this is what I want you to do with your e-commerce store, right? To the home page, you must have to add content, and in this content, I'm sure they may have targeted specific keywords, and that's why they are ranking at the top of Google, right? So now let's take a look at the some category pages as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the home decor, but unfortunately they have not added any home decor specific page, rather it has the categories, right? Let's take a look at the apron to see if they have added some kind of content to that page. And if they have added some content to this page, then this page might be ranking somewhere in the Google top results, right? So let's go to the bottom of this page. Again, they have added some content to this page as well. I'm not sure if this is a main category page or the subcategory page, but they have added this kind of the content to this page, right? Now the question is that they have at least added the content, but is this a highly optimized content? This is another topic, right? So what you need to do is to add the content to the pages like this one, but this is very little content. You must have to provide lengthy content, but one thing you should keep in mind that always provide the content at the bottom of your page like this one. Okay, so if you show this content at the top of the products, so there is a chance that your bounce rate will go high, because your users, when land on this page, first of all they will see the content, not the product. Okay, So the tip is that you have to write the content and add this content to the bottom of your page. Okay, so they have not added too much content, but at least they have added some kind of the content, and I'm sure if we dig into it further, we will see that this page might be ranking somewhere else. So let's take a look at the product page as well, if we see some kind of the content on that product page as well. So this is the product, this is the title, the price, the reviews section, right? The apron, the description, the product description. Okay, so unfortunately, like I said, there is not too much for search engines on this page, right? As you can see, there is not a big amount of the content rather than a simple description, and I'm sure they may have added some keywords as well, right? So let's take a look at the another website. This is another website, the Mendy's, right? This was also ranking at the top of the Google search result when I searched for t-shirts, buy t-shirts online, right? So this is their homepage. You can see these are only the product pages, the men's underwear, and if we go to the bottom of this page to see is there any content, yes, they have also added some content to their homepage. Yeah, perfect. They have done so far great job, and that's why this their homepage was ranking at the top of the results. So let's take a look at the category and subcategory pages as well. So let me first close this window. Okay, so let's click on the accessories. So these are the accessories products, and you can see the content they have provided to this specific page, you know. All right, so let's go to the t-shirt category page to see if they have added some content. Yeah, on this page they have added this content, right? I'm not sure why their website is behaving like this one, because it does not load quickly, but at least they have added the content to their important pages. But you know, like I said, there is still a big room to optimize this website properly. So what they can do is to write specific and highly optimized content for these main category pages, and then they have to write the content for the subcategory pages, and at last they have to write the content for their product pages as well. Okay, and this is how you can really boost the organic traffic to your e-commerce store if you do not have much budget at the moment to spend on paid ads to bring the traffic. So if you follow these 4 steps, these 4 SEO tips, you will definitely get the real results in the very short period of time.